Welcome back to Moto Next Hub. Today we're diving deep into a very popular 125cc motorcycle that's likely to get even more buzz in 2026, the Bajaj Pulsar 125. Whether you're a daily commuter, a student looking for affordability, or someone chasing that Pulsar badge without breaking your bank, this one's for you. Let's unpack what this bike offers: design, engine, performance, comfort, and where it stands in 2026. When we talk about Pulsar 125, we're talking about the bike that tries to bring the spirit of a bigger Pulsar down to a more accessible 125cc package, and in many ways, it does that quite well. So first up, engine performance. Under the hood, Pulsar 125 rides on a 124.4 cc, single-cylinder, air-cooled, 4-stroke engine with the brand's twin spark ignition system. IDRSS (1/2). It produces 11.8 Macron PS at 8,500 Macron RPM and 10.8 Macron Nm to work at 6,500 Macron RPM. That's decent for a 125cc commuter. IDRSS (1/2). It uses a 5-speed manual gearbox, giving you control over gear changes and helping in both city riding and highway cruising. IDRSS (1/2). Bajaj Auto Plus 2. Height Auto Plus 1. Rath Mahavidyalaya Plus 1. What does that translate to on the streets? For city commutes, the bike offers quick pickup and responsive throttle because of the decent-to-work and tuned engine. When you hop onto open roads or slightly longer rides, it balances out as a smooth cruiser, not a performance monster, but good enough for its class. Fuel efficiency is another strong suit. Claims hover around 55 km/L on average. IDRSS (1/2) for daily riders or those commuting to college, office. That kind of mileage keeps fuel stops low and running costs manageable, which is a big factor especially if fuel prices keep rising. Poigai Pack Tempo Plus 2. Next, ride quality, handling comfort. The bike uses telescopic front forks and twin rear GASA-charged nitrox shock absorbers, a suspension setup designed for comfort on typical urban roads and even slightly rough patches. IDRSS (1/2). The seat height is around 790 mm, which makes it accessible for a wide range of riders, including those who may find taller starter bike seats too intimidating. IDRSS (1/2). Bajaj Auto Plus 2. Height Auto Plus 1. Braking and safety are handled by a 240 mm front disc brake and a rear drum brake, coupled with tubeless tires and anti-skid CBS braking system, giving better braking control and stability, especially on wet or unpredictable roads. IDRSS (1/2). Bajaj Auto Plus 2. The chassis and build feel stable, and the overall ergonomics, seat posture, handlebar position, are commuter-friendly. So for daily usage like commuting, errands, rides around the city, or even occasional longer rides, Pulsar 125 manages a good balance of comfort, handling, and ease of use. Then, design style. What probably draws many to Pulsar 125 is the fact that it carries much of the styling DNA of its bigger Pulsar siblings, but in a more compact form. IDRSS (1/2). Height Auto Plus 2. It features a split seat configuration, in higher trims, variants, with split grab rails for pillion comfort and sporty appeal. IDRSS (1/2). The fuel tank has aggressive shrouds, giving it a muscular stance rather than a basic commuter bike slouch. IDRSS (1/2). Bajaj Auto Plus 1. Auto Jagot Plus 1. The bike rides on alloy wheels with tubeless tires, front 17-inch, rear 17-inch, for better grip and more premium feel compared to spoke wheels. IDRSS (1/2). Height Auto Plus 2. Depending on variant, you get sporty graphics, dual-tone colors, and styling cues that make Pulsar 125 look more than just a plain commuter. It feels like a young, street-ready, budget sport bike. IDRSS (1/2). Auto Jagot Plus 1. One of the cool touches, in newer versions, especially carbon fiber, higher trims, you may get a semi-digital instrument cluster, or digital, analog hybrid, fuel gauge, trip meter, giving a slightly premium and practical feel compared with raw analog dials of older commuter bikes. IDRSS (1/2). Height Auto Plus 2. Now, what 2026 might bring, what's expected, and what to watch out for. While officially there is no complete public spec sheet for 2026 Pulsar 125 yet, There are credible industrial rumors and expectations based on how the manufacturer has updated the 125cc lineup recently. Some of those are: a sportier, more aggressive Street Fighter-inspired design, a sharper tank shrouds, more muscular styling, maybe a makeover that brings it visually closer to higher Pulsar siblings. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2. Poi pack Temple. Possibly a fully digital instrument cluster, or improved cluster, with added functionality, maybe things like gear position indicator, better readability, maybe even connectivity features, depending on variant. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2. Poi pack Temple +1. LED lighting, headlamp, tail lamp, DRL, improving visibility and modernizing the look, though what exactly will be standard versus optional remains to be seen. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2. Poi pack Temple +1. Potential finer tuning of the engine, suspension setup for a slightly better refinement, smoother delivery and maybe improved throttle response compared to older 125s. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2. Poi pack Temple +1. If these happen, Pulsar 1252026 could be a strong contender in the 125cc Commuter Plus Intria Sport segment, giving you style, practicality, and the brand feel without a premium price tag. Let's talk about price value for money currently. As recent as 2025, different variants of Pulsar 125 are priced roughly as follows: Exa Showroom, Delhi, India Context, entry-level neon, singly seat variant, a superscript 1A Macran 79,048 IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2 height auto +1 carbon fiber, singly seat variant, a superscript 1A Macron 85,633 IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2 height auto +1 carbon fiber, split seat top end variant, a superscript 1A Macron 87,527 IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2 height auto +1. Assuming 2026 keeps a similar pricing strategy, or modest increment, that makes Pulsar 125 one of the most affordable branded sporty-looking 125cc bikes, especially when compared to bigger Pulsars or more premium 150-160 class bikes. Given its performance, mileage, and features, the value proposition becomes strong for someone who needs a reliable daily commuter that still carries some of that Pulsar DNA. Why someone in 2026 might choose Pulsar 125. A unique selling points. What makes it stand out? Affordable entry to Pulsar family. You get the iconic Pulsar look, name, and feel, but at a price that almost any commuter bike buyer can afford. Balanced performance economy. The 124.4A Macran cc engine gives decent pickup and throttle response, while delivering fuel efficiency that makes daily commuting cheap. Comfort plus practicality for city life. Lightish curb weight, manageable seat height, easy handling, comfortable suspension, ideal for city traffic, daily rides, errands, and regular commuting. Sporty styling without premium tag, with alloy wheels, muscular tank shrouds, split seats, in-top trims, and modern design touches. It's more aspirational than plain commuter bikes. Modernish features for 125cc, digital, or semi-digital, console, tubeless tires, disc brake, front, and good suspension, making it competitive even among higher-end bikes. Brand reliability. Widespread support. Since Pulsar is a popular and widely sold brand, spare parts, maintenance, and resale value tend to be easier compared with niche, lesser-known bikes. Of course, nothing is perfect. A realistic review should also note some limitations, or trade-offs. For Pulsar 125, it's still a 125cc engine, so you won't get rocket bike power. Top speed and highway overtaking will be modest at best. Rear brake, in many variants, is still a drum, not disc. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2 height auto +1 as a commuter. Entry-level ridden hard, long-term comfort for 2-up, rider plus pillion, or long highway rides will be limited compared to larger 158-160cc motorcycles. If you expect high-end features like full LED headlamp, ABS, or advanced electronics, adjustable suspension, etc., you may need to check variant carefully. Not all trims may offer them. Verdict to its best for 2026 mindset. If you're a commuter, student, or young rider seeking a budget-friendly, fuel-efficient, and reliable daily use bike but still want a youthful, sporty look and the Pulsar badge prestige, then Pulsar 125 makes a very strong case. For urban commuting, college, school rides, quick errands, occasional weekend rides, it's practical, easy, and cheap to run. If you want outright performance, long-distance touring, heavy pillion use, or premium level features, you might want to look higher up. 150cc plus. But for its price bracket and class, Pulsar 125 remains one of the smartest bang-for-buck choices in 2026. That wraps up our detailed look at the 2026 Bajaj Pulsar 125. If you like this breakdown, do hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more bike reviews and updates. Also, comment below, would you buy the 125cc Pulsar in 2026 or wait for something bigger? What would you use it for, a daily commute or occasional rides? I'd love to read your thoughts. Until next time, ride safe, ride smart. Moto Next Hub, signing off. Diane.